Why, hello, and welcome to another episode of First Chances with Chance. And in today's video, why, hello, and welcome to another episode of First Chances with Chance. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the times that I've been drunk or drank alcohol. So, yeah, the first time that I probably tasted alcohol would have been when I was around 8. My dad let me try a sip of his beer, and yeah, we were at home, so the rule was as long as you're home, it doesn't matter, like, if you take a sip, whatever, this, that, and the other. He pretty much let me take a sip. When I was around, I want to say 13, they were letting me drink Mike's Hard Lemonades, which I think is the reason why I started to like fruity drinks more, because like the taste of like Mike's Hard Lemonade, if you haven't tried Mike's Hard Lemonade, I definitely recommend it. Definitely not my go-to anymore. Like if I was to be at home, I'd definitely go for wine. I know on my 21st birthday, when I was working at Target, it was still within my 90 days, so I wasn't really able to request a day off. So I literally, right when I worked on my birthday, right when I got off, I grabbed a bottle of rosé. It was the Cupcake brand, and I used, and I literally bought the wine, brought it home, literally drank more than 3/4 of the bottle. I want to say I drank the whole entire thing. I just don't remember. But yeah. So, and then of course, like when I wake up after being drunk, I don't have a hangover for some reason. Um, I was doing research about that before, and it's because of the metabolism. I guess because my metabolism's so fast that it doesn't really, um, like my body breaks down the alcohol fast enough to where I don't wake up with a hangover. It usually affects me like around the time before I go to bed. That I get, it's not really a hangover. It's more of like me just getting a headache. So I just take, I guess that's what you can consider a hangover, but I don't, because I don't really feel groggy. It's just a headache. Um, yeah. I definitely, like, if I was to drink beer, it'd be more of like a dark beer, because it just goes, like, it's smoother. Like Guinness. It's smooth when it goes down. I can definitely say I was drunk at my brother's wedding, because, yeah. But of course, I ended up throwing up, and the effects went away, so I definitely did not, like, it was fun while it lasted. I definitely drank too much, because, yeah, I'm glad I wasn't driving, because my eyesight was definitely blurry, like, similar to those goggles that they put on you, or when you're doing like what they come out during you're in like grade school. Um, those goggles that they make, the blurry goggles that they make you put on. I don't know if they do it anymore in grade school, but I know that they definitely did it when I was in school. And yeah, those, it's not fun. Like I could definitely still see fine, It's more of the fact that your eyesight's supposed to be like really blurry, which I definitely saw happening when I was at his wedding. So yeah, I really don't remember what I said during the speech besides that I loved him and I was happy for him. Um, yeah, that was something else. Another time that I was drunk would have been when after work I went to a friend's house. We smoked some, and I probably drank a whole bottle of the small Tito's. That what I did after that, I'm not happy. Like not proud of. Um, I drove home, crossfaded, and I was throwing up. So one thing that I definitely have learned is that like on my birthday last year, speaking of which my birthday just passed when this after this episode goes up, it was Saturday the 6th, August 6th. This episode will be going up the Wednesday after, and I definitely have plans today when I'm filming this. I'm hoping that one of my coworkers pulls through and still decides to come because if not, then we'll have to reschedule. I have a whole outfit planned for tonight. What is happening is that her aunt is coming into town and she doesn't know if she's going to still be able to make it, which is unfortunate because I have so much prep work to do today for the rest of the week. Tomorrow I am going to the Kava Bar and doing trivia. It is Pokemon themed, so I have a little Pikachu plush that I won when I was younger that I still have that I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring there. I know I probably talked about this last week's episode, but it is my birthday and I'm excited. I'm just cold, so I'm shivering. And then Friday I'm going shopping and going to the Kava Bar for karaoke. And then Saturday I am going out to dinner with my family and probably drinking some drinks. Probably like one or two. Nothing too serious. But still probably the same thing tonight. I'm probably only going to have two drinks because Papi Chulo's is, I heard it has some good drinks and yeah, I want to try some. So another time that I would have been crossfaded is recently, like probably last month or the month before. My friend that I had recently reconnected with at Target threw her birthday party, and I went and I drank and I smoked. So that was a lot. I definitely threw up then too. More of the fact that it was that I was feeling dizzy because when I feel dizzy, I throw up. So, yeah. This is definitely going to be another short episode, so I'll be ahead of schedule. After I'm done filming this, I have to trim my body hair and why am I still so tired? Woke up at 8 feeling fine. Well, 7 o'clock, 7:30 feeling fine. Went back to bed for 30 minutes, or well, rested for 30 minutes, and yeah. I don't know, it's not even cold anymore. Yesterday, the AC was broken, so my room was feeling like a sauna, and whoever's working on the water had to shut it off because last week my neighbor's house burned down and the firefighters broke the fire hydrant. But I will be back from a break and be right back for the rest of the story. So now that I'm back, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the story. So yeah, yesterday the water was shut off because they had to work on the fire hydrant. Um, and I had to walk to work because I have these pants that I've had for quite a while that I've literally sewn back together so many times. It's not even funny. Like my mom keeps telling me, just get rid of the pants, just get rid of the pants. But the thing is, you can't buy the same pants anymore. So I just keep sewing them back together, and I don't want to ride my bike because I'm afraid that they're gonna tear again, and I still have to sew part of them back together. Like they have a hole in them already, and yeah. So my room was already feeling like a sauna, and I definitely chose the wrong day to wear my other jeans. Like I wore my other jeans to work the day before, which I should have worn these jeans on Sunday. So yeah, not thinking. Definitely was not thinking. No, I was not drunk or high, but I was not thinking. Like I completely forgot that the people were coming out to shut the water off on Tuesday. So but yeah, ever since I was like 12, my dad would let me take a sip of his alcohol. But let's go ahead and find an article about the side effects of, like, we already know the side effects of alcohol, and we know not to combine alcohol with medication. What are the effects of alcohol on the body? You won't necessarily feel alcohol's impact on your body right away, but it starts from the moment you take your first sip. If you drink, you've probably had some experience with alcohol's effects. From the warm buzz that kicks in quickly to the not so pleasant wine headache, or the hangover that shows up the next morning. Since those effects don't last long, you might not worry much about them, especially if you don't drink often. Many people assume the occasional beer or glass of wine at meal times or special occasions don't pose much cause for concern, but drinking any amount of alcohol can potentially lead to unwanted health consequences. People who binge drink or drink heavily may notice more health effects sooner, but alcohol also poses some risks for people who drink in moderation. What does it mean to drink in moderation? Current guidelines from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention define moderate drinking as 1 or fewer drinks each day for women, 2 or fewer drinks each day for men. Past guidance around alcohol use generally suggests a daily drink poses little risk of negative health effects and might even offer a few health benefits. But more recent research suggests there's really no safe amount of alcohol, since even moderate drinking can negatively impact brain health. Alcohol use can begin to take a toll on anyone's physical and mental well-being over time. These effects may be more serious and more noticeable if you drink regularly and tend to have more than 1 or 2 drinks when you do. Short-term effects of alcohol. Temporary effects you might notice while drinking alcohol or shortly after can include feelings of relaxation or drowsiness, a sensation of euphoria or giddiness, changes in mood, lowered inhibitions, impulsive behavior, slowed or slurred speech, nausea and vomiting, diarrhea, headache, head pain, changes in hearing, vision, and perception, loss of coordination, trouble focusing or making decisions, loss of consciousness, or gaps in memory, often called a blackout, which I guess you can say that I've blacked out, but I don't remember. I guess that's an effect of blackout. Some of these effects, like a relaxed mood or lowered inhibitions, might show up quickly after just one drink. Others, like loss of consciousness or slurred speech, may develop after a few drinks. Dehydration related effects like nausea, headache, and dizziness might not appear for a few hours, and they can also depend on what you drink, how much you drink, and if you also drink water. These effects might not last very long, but that doesn't make them insignificant. Impulsiveness, loss of coordination, and changes in mood can affect your judgment and behavior and contribute to more far-reaching effects, including accidents, injuries, and decisions you later regret. Long-term effects of alcohol. Alcohol use can also lead to more lasting concerns that extend beyond your own mood and health. Some long-term effects of frequently drinking alcohol can include persistent changes in mood, including anxiety and irritability, insomnia and other sleep concerns, a weakened immune system, meaning you might get sick more often, changes in libido and sexual function, changes in appetite and weight, problems with memory and concentration, difficulty focusing on tasks, increased tension and conflict in romantic and family relationships. Alcohol's physical effects on the body. Here's a breakdown of alcohol's effects on your internal organs and body processes. Digestive and endocrine glands. Drinking too much alcohol over time may cause inflammation of the pancreas, resulting in pancreatitis. Pancreatitis can activate the release of pancreatic digestive enzymes and cause abdominal pain. Pancreatitis can become a long-term condition and cause serious complications. Inflammatory damage. Your liver helps break down and remove toxins and harmful substances, including alcohol, from your body. Long-term alcohol use interferes with this process. It also increases your risk of alcohol-related liver disease and chronic liver inflammation. Alcohol-related liver disease is a potentially life-threatening condition that leads to toxins and waste buildup in your body. Chronic liver inflammation can cause scarring and cirrhosis. When scar tissue forms, it may permanently damage your liver. Sugar levels. The pancreas helps regulate how your body uses insulin in response to glucose. If your pancreas and liver don't function properly due to pancreatitis or liver disease, you could experience low blood sugar or hypoglycemia. A damaged pancreas can also prevent your body from producing enough insulin to use sugar. This can lead to hypoglycemia, or too much sugar in the blood. If your body can't manage and balance your blood sugar levels, you may experience greater complications and side effects related to diabetes. Experts recommend avoiding excessive amounts of alcohol if you have diabetes or hypoglycemia. Central nervous system. One major way to recognize alcohol's impact on your body. Understanding how it affects your central nervous system. Slurred speech, a key sign of intoxication, happens because alcohol reduces communication between your brain and body. This makes speech and coordination, think reaction time and balance, more difficult. That's one major reason why you should never drive after drinking. Over time, alcohol can cause damage to your central nervous system. You might notice numbness and tingling in your feet and hands. Drinking can also affect your ability to create long-term memories, think clearly, make rational choices, regulate your emotions. Over time, drinking can also damage your frontal lobe, the part of the brain responsible for executive functions like abstract reasoning, decision-making, social behavior, and performance. Chronic heavy drinking can also cause permanent brain damage, including Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, a brain disorder that affects memory. So we're going to go ahead and take another break, and I'll be back with some more of the article. Okay, so now that I'm back, Digestive system. The connection between alcohol consumption and your digestive system might not seem immediately clear. The side effects often only appear after the damage has happened. Continuing to drink can worsen these symptoms. Drinking can damage the tissues in your digestive tract, preventing your intestines from digesting food and absorbing nutrients and vitamins properly. In time, this damage can cause malnutrition. Heavy drinking can also lead to gas, bloating, feeling of fullness in your abdomen, diarrhea or painful stools, ulcers, or hemorrhoids due to dehydration and constipation. Ulcers can cause dangerous internal bleeding, which can sometimes be fatal without prompt diagnosis and treatment. Circulatory system. Chronic drinking can affect your heart and lungs, raising your risk of developing heart-related health issues. Circulatory system complications include high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, difficulty pumping blood through the body, stroke, heart attack, heart disease, and heart failure. Difficulty absorbing vitamins and minerals from food can cause fatigue and anemia, a condition where you have a low red blood cell count. Sexual and reproductive health. Drinking alcohol can lower your inhibition, so you might assume alcohol can ramp up your fun in the bedroom. In reality, though, heavy drinking can prevent sex hormone production, lower your libido, keep you from getting or maintaining an erection, make it difficult to achieve orgasm. Excessive drinking may affect your menstrual cycle and potentially increase your risk for infertility. Alcohol use during pregnancy. No amount of alcohol is considered safe for pregnant people. That's because drinking during pregnancy doesn't just affect your health, it can lead to miscarriage, stillbirth, or premature delivery. Children exposed to alcohol in the womb may experience a range of complications after birth, including learning difficulties, long-term health issues, increased emotional problems, developmental concerns. Skeletal and muscle symptoms. Long-term alcohol use can affect bone density, leading to thinner bones and increasing your risk of fractures if you fall. Weakened bones may also heal slower. Drinking alcohol can also lead to muscle weakness, cramping, and eventually atrophy. Immune system. Drinking heavily reduces your body's natural immune system. A weakened immune system has a harder time protecting you from germs and viruses. People who drink heavily over a long period of time are also more likely to develop pneumonia and tuberculosis than the general population. The World Health Organization links about 8.1% of all tuberculosis cases worldwide to alcohol consumption. Drinking alcohol can also factor into your cancer risk. Frequently drinking can increase your risk of developing mouth, throat, breast, esophagus, colon, or liver cancer. Drinking and using tobacco together can further increase your risk of developing mouth or throat cancer. Psychological effects. Long-term alcohol use can lead to changes in your brain that can affect your memory and concentration, impulse control, emotions, mood, and personality. Regular drinking can also affect overall mental health and well-being, in part because alcohol may worsen symptoms of certain mental health conditions, including anxiety, depression, and bipolar disorder. You might also notice feelings of anxiety with a hangover. Alcohol-induced mental health conditions. Alcohol use can factor into mental health symptoms that closely resemble those of other mental health conditions. The latest edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which mental health professionals use to diagnose mental health conditions, includes diagnostic criteria for alcohol-induced bipolar disorder, alcohol-induced psychotic disorder, alcohol-induced sleep disorder, alcohol-induced depressive disorder, alcohol-induced anxiety disorder. With these conditions, you'll only notice symptoms during alcohol intoxication or withdrawal. These symptoms typically improve quickly when alcohol use stops. Dependent. Some people who drink eventually develop a tolerance to alcohol. As a result, they eventually need to drink more to notice the same effects they once did. Drinking alcohol on a regular basis can also lead to dependence, which means your body and brain have grown used to alcohol's effects. When you stop drinking, you might notice a range of physical, emotional, and mental health symptoms that ease as soon as you have a drink. Tolerance and dependence can both happen as symptoms of alcohol use disorder, a mental health condition previously referred to as alcoholism. That happens when your body becomes dependent on alcohol. This condition can be mild, moderate, or severe depending on the number of symptoms you have. Key symptoms may include cravings, withdrawal, drinking more over time, having difficulty stopping after one drink, inability to stop drinking when you try, continuing to drink alcohol even when it has a negative impact on your health or daily life, spending a lot of time on activities related to alcohol use. Alcohol withdrawal. Alcohol withdrawal can be difficult and in some cases life-threatening. Depending on how often you drink and how much, you may need support from a healthcare professional if you want to stop drinking. It's always best to connect with your doctor after quitting alcohol. The cold turkey approach might not always be safe. Symptoms of alcohol withdrawal include anxiety, nervousness, nausea, tremors, high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, heavy sweating. Seizures, hallucinations, and delirium may occur in severe cases of withdrawal. Medical detoxification can help you stop drinking safely. Your doctor may recommend treatment at a clinic or at home depending on your risk for withdrawal symptoms. Risk factors for alcohol use disorder. Certain factors may increase your chances of experiencing alcohol use disorder. Some of these include heavy drinking, binge drinking, ongoing stress, having peers or family members who drink a lot of alcohol, having genes that affect your sensitivity to alcohol, having anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, or another mental health condition, having a close relative, especially a parent with the condition, finding a treatment for alcohol use disorder, thinking about cutting back on alcohol or quitting drinking completely. You have plenty of options for support and treatment. Free recovery support groups like Alcoholics Anonymous or Smart Recovery. Online recovery platforms like Tempest. Therapy to help address reasons for drinking and learn helpful coping skills. Medical treatment to address symptoms of alcohol use disorder and any related health conditions. Medications that can help reduce cravings. Looking for mental health support near you? Here's how to find a therapist. The Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration offers a free helpline available 24/7. Call 800-662-HELP or TTY 1-800-487-4889 to get guidance on local options for support and treatment. Alcohol safety tips. There's no entirely safe way to consume alcohol, but if you choose to drink, these tips can help reduce some risks. Make sure you eat. Avoid drinking on an empty stomach to avoid becoming intoxicated too fast. Drink plenty of water. For every standard drink you consume, aim to have a glass of water. Don't go too fast. Drink slowly to give your body plenty of time to process the alcohol. Your liver can process about 1 ounce of alcohol every hour. Don't mix with other substances. Mixing alcohol with caffeine can hide the depressant effects of alcohol, making you drink more than you might otherwise. Drinking coffee to sober up may have you feel more awake, but it may also make you more inclined to make the mistake of trying to drive while under the influence. Combining alcohol with other drugs can also have adverse effects. And this is where we're going to take another break, and I shall be back with more of the article. So now that I'm back, I'm going to go ahead and try to finish this article and do the outro. Don't drink and drive. Never drive while intoxicated. Even if you feel like you've sobered up, you may still have alcohol in your system that can affect your reaction time. So I guess that was actually the end of the article. Wow, one paragraph was left. I was expecting to see a freaking like conclusion of the article. Like, oh, don't drink and drive, which we all know, but some of us still do. I was lucky to not get into an accident that time. The last time I did at my friend's birthday party, I didn't drink and drive. I was just drunk. I didn't drive home because I don't have a car. I rode my bike. So we ended up doing some friends that I met at the party. Well, friends that I made at the party drove me home. We fit my bike in the back of the car, which I was surprised that it fit. Because usually my bike wouldn't fit in a car. But, yeah. So, if you guys have any stories of being drunk or any time that you've drank alcohol, or any stories from previous episodes, because this is the 32nd episode, go ahead and text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085. And no, I don't have alcohol in this bottle, so it's just water. Like I said, I'm going drinking tonight, so, well, when I'm filming this and recording this. But yeah, also you can leave a DM on the Instagram channel or page, First Chances with Chance, or if you guys are watching the video portion, just leave a comment down below. Again, text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085. DM First Chances with Chance on Instagram, or if you guys are watching the video portion on YouTube, just comment down below. Bye guys, love you!